Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, it is. Huh? I know, it's amazing, isn't it? Didn't they go to the final last year? They went to the A final last year, right? That's tremendous. They did. They did. They, they ran into a buzzsaw. Drogos. 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 Okay, good shape. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the Utica Curling Club. I'm Dave Craig Nolan. I'm in the warm room. We are broadcasting the finals of our 2023 Marie Cobb mixed bonspiel. And procession's going out, being led by our resident piper, Tim Crofton. Always an exciting thing to see in a curling tournament on Sunday, the procession of players. And I'm going to let this run. Beautiful renditions of the Canadian national anthem and the American national anthem by fellow curler in the Utica Curling Club, Cameron Hance. Lovely voice. And now a ceremonial shot of Drambuie, or ginger ale if you prefer an NA drink this morning. It's a customary thing here in a curling tournament. We are ready to begin here, folks. Our A final on sheet 3. I hope that fuzzy video goes away. It should rectify. There it goes. Rectify itself. This is between Utica 5, skipped by Mike Kessler. Ann Stillman is the vice. Mike DiGeronimo is the second, and his wife, Liz DiGeronimo, is the lead. Bucks County won a thriller over Utica 1 last evening with a probably a shot that Dan Pearson will remember the rest of his life. He made a beautiful draw that had to sneak around several stones to get where it had to go, and he made it, and it sealed the deal. So they earned the right to play in the final today. That's Dan Pearson, the skip. Julie Yeager is the vice. Dave Yeager is the second, and Cassie Drogos is the lead. Sit back and enjoy. Utica 5 will be throwing yellow stones. Bucks County will be throwing the red stones. Sit back and enjoy the game. And this should be a good one. Both teams certainly, Bucks County's riding the high of, I don't think you can get any higher over a curling game than the stunner that they won last night in an extra end over Utica 1. And certainly they're playing against a very, very skilled team in that of Mike Kessler. So let's sit back and enjoy. I'll keep you up to date on the other finals as they progress during the afternoon here. We've got our B, C, D, E, and F events also taking place here in the club. So it should be action-packed, fulfilled day of curling here. Sit back and enjoy. Bucks County's going to throw first here. And we are underway. Working hard to get it over here. I don't know if it's going to make it or not. It's close. And it looks like it just did not get there. So a little stiff ice here to start. Usual suspects of a curling game. What always tends to be a little bit slower. I'm guessing that it'll speed up rather quickly. Shout out to our fabulous ice crew that provides us with professional ice here in the Utica Curling Club. Long yeoman's hours to scrape and pebble and mop. It's just it can be a labor of love and long weekends, but they do a fabulous job. Shout to Gary White and his crew. And that one's going to sail through. I want to give a shout out to our kitchen staff as well. Anthony Amodio and his wonderful staff always serves great food with a smile on their face, and we are blessed to have them. Cassie will try another guard here. They're working it over. And a shout out to our volunteer bar staff. That it's a different thing, a different vibe this year. We're doing an all volunteer bar staff, and they're doing a great job as well. So, and not enough can be said to the people in the brain trust of the who run this tournament. It's a lot of work behind the scenes here to make this fly the way that it does. So. Big kudos to Conrad and Nyoka Law, who are the chairs of the event, and all the help they have along the way with other stuff that goes on and house parties and such. So now we'll talk curling. Center guard successful there from Cassie. You heard Mike say bring it in. Looks like they're going to get a little biter out of it. Yeah, full 12. Just a nibble on the outside, and Dan Pearson's going to draw here. This is Dave Yeager, the second for Bucks. Both teams get a little bit of the first end jitters out of the way here. I expect that superb curling game once they find their ice legs here. Nice looking shot there from Dave. Going to go just past the tee line, I believe. Yep, into the back of the button. Well thrown. Mike will get that, peel that red rock out of the way. Free guard zone is over. Or is it? Oh, it just slid by. Double attempt there from Mike DiGeronimo. That was the sixth rock to the end. Yes, free guard zone was over. Dan would like to Christmas tree these shots, like to put it on a diagonal in between the yellow and the red one and sit two. Good looking shot if it's got legs. Oh, this is a beauty. Two nice stones there from Dave Yeager. That's going to work out real good. Fine shot. Sits 1 and 2 now, does Bucks. You heard Mike yell down to Mike DiGeronimo with the control weight out of this shot. A little catch-up play here early for Team Kessler. Looks like he's by. Oh, a fine shot. He might have them both. Boom, boom. Look at that. Nice shot there from, nice double early in the game for Mike DiGeronimo. Nicely thrown. Beauty. And it leaves Utica sitting 1 and 2. This is Julie Yeager, the vice for Bucks County, with her first stone of the waning morning. Very cheerful bunch. I didn't get to play in this tournament this year, but boy, it was fun being around the curlers. A good time was had by all. And it ain't over. Little tight line coming out of there. I'm just going to tick that top yellow one. Oh, just ticked it. Did get it out of the way, however. And it slid into the rings and left Bucks County sitting 1 wide open, however. And Ann Stillman will go to work and try and get rid of this red stone. Nicely thrown. Going to get a little roll here, I believe. And nice shot there from Ann. Beautiful. Right behind the center guard. Tucked right in neatly onto the 4-foot circle. Very nicely thrown. And now Dan's going to play a little cleanup. The end is already flip-flopped as to who's been in control of the end. Right now, Utica's sitting 3. Julie will try and get this front end. Double would be a gift. Just getting that yellow rock out of the way is not bad. Oh, it's really coming up hard. I think she's still going to chip the yellow one out of the way and quite possibly stay on the rings. We'll have to get that behind the guard if he can. Nice throw and a great outcome. It's still on the rings, wide open, however. Hard to tell. Looks like yellow sitting 1, and Mike's going to go after it. Asking Ann what turn she'd like to throw. You want to make this red rock go away if you're Kessler. It's a get the red out shot, the Visine shot. Solid Ann Stolman at third here for Team Kessler. And nicely thrown again. Might get a little roll here and cover up the center shot. What a beauty. Two nice rocks there from Ann Stolman. Very nicely thrown. And once again, Utica sitting 3. We are down to skip rocks here. Dan Pearson playing a little cleanup here with his first skip rock. Team Kessler has the hammer here in the first end. And it's shaping up like a good shot here for, very important shot here for Dan Pearson, former member of the Utica Curling Club. He'd love to double these rocks out if he can. And it jammed his sitting second rock with his shooter. Well covered up though is the shot rock and the 4-foot circle. Now options for Mike. I don't think you want to put a rock too close to the yellow one and give Dan a chance with a double with his next stone, but Bucks is in a little bit of trouble here. And he's going to go after this red rock. Try and just hit it a little bit on the side where the broom is and send it sailing. He'd love to keep his shooter on the rings and sit 3. Then the pressure will certainly be on Bucks to make something happen with their last stone. Again, Mike Kessler has the hammer here. This is his first stone of the first end. Don't want to nose this and run it back on your own. There's a risk of having this rock run back on his own rock here, which would be not the called shot here. Looks like it's going to be okay though. He's going to chip it away, might lose his shooter. And I don't know, that's perfect. I think it's going to stay on the rings. Nope, just went away. Okay, and touched the sideline, so it didn't stay on the rings. However, Utica's still in line for playing for 2. Dan's going to want to make this yellow rock go away and ideally sit and roll behind one way or the other and sit shot rock and Mike draw for 1 would be the ideal scenario for Dan Pearson at this point early in the game. Definitely want to make this go away. The downfall of flashing one here would leave 3 on the board, an easy 3 on the board for Mike Kessler. So main thing, make this go away, and if Mike gets his deuce, he gets his deuce. I don't know if he's going to keep his shooter or not. I think the shooter's going away, and in fact it did. So Utica sitting 1, Hammerstone yet to come. Mike Kessler basically here has just to hit the rings for a deuce. Competent players here will certainly have their watches out. And Mike is a very easy person to read with his delivery. Team DiGeronimo in front of him, anxiously ready to start their watches. Somehow they believe that he's light, or he just threw it out to the sweepers. Surely does not look light to me. Oh, nicely thrown there from Mike. Definitely going to be on the rings. And that's an early 2 spot for Utica 5. I want to give a shout out to Mike Kessler has a sister, I believe, that lives in Long Island. Robin, this is a shout out to you. I know that she's been experiencing some health issues, and we wanted to give you a warm little bit of love from the Utica Curling Club on a speedy recovery. So a shout out to Robin in Long Island. That would be sister of Mike Kessler, the skip for Utica 5. Hope you recover quick, Robin. On to the second end. No other scores have been posted yet with the other games. We'll wait for another end or two to update those scores for you. Like to get this away from the 4-foot line if you can. Right in the middle of the 4-foot line. Dan will go to the other side and put up another guard here, sure. Chat room's open, folks. Looks like this is coming right onto the rings. More like a T-line shot here. Pretty much right to just in front of the T-line. Mike's not going to let that stick around with Bucks having hammer here in the second end. Well swept. Little inside with the throw. Good sweeping tandem. Was able to hold it enough to get it off the rings. Shooter's going away. And Dan will have Cassie try to put another guard up there. A little toasty again, maybe. Because you just don't want these rocks on the rings. Unfortunate here for Dan. He's trying to set up an end where he can have two corners up, and unfortunately these rocks are just sailing on Cassie onto the rings. Not happy with that. Oh, Michael attempt another takeout here from his second, Mike DiGeronimo. Well thrown. Actually going to wind up half behind the guard. Kind of edge on edge. Once again, Dan's in a little damage control here in the second end. Oh, thanks. Thank you. Kind of hard to... Dave Yeager, a little cleanup detail here for Bucks County in the second end. Dan Pearson does have hammer. Kessler scored 2 in the first. And nicely thrown there from Dave. No reason not to hit this if you're Mike Kessler. Ooh, little bobble coming out of there from Mike, but he righted himself after a little slip there to make a nice shot. Now Dan has an option here. Could just peel this one, or you could draw around. They keep putting it back. I guess you get a little aggressive here and try and beat Mike Kessler to the 4-foot circle here. Those yellow stones may look insignificant, but they are not. Looks like a real tight line here from Dave on this one. Going to be on the yellow stone. Might just promote this stone onto the, I think it's going to go sideways though. And in fact, it slid onto the ring, so not big damage there. Now Mike will try to be the first rock to the forefoot here. He's got a guard right there, might as well use it. Down to vice stones now in the second end. Dan's going to have some options here. I watched this sheet yesterday. It was really, if you had the right weight, it would curl really hard hog line in, but this one does not look like it's going to bury. It's going to be shot rock. Not by much. Huh. Now Dan will try to clear the front end open. Maybe get one behind a guard. Got a little options here. You got to get some of these yellow rocks off the rings here. Set himself up for a look. Looking for a normal throw here. Julie Yeager, vice for Bucks County. Well, it sure looks tight. Losing line here, rapidly losing line. I think it's going to go by it. Oh, that's unfortunate for Julie. So the woes in the second end here continue to compile for Dan Pearson. Maybe just a little down weight. I think he was looking for a little more weight than that. Really came up sharp on her. Mike has some options here for nice little tap ups. 2 stones just touching the rings. Don't need big weight for these tap ups. Just back 4 kind of weight will do it. Heavy draw. And this one's way out there. Holy, we might come around him. Oh, just heavy too. Just got out in the fresh pebble. That baby just running. It's going to stick around, I think, but big boy with the broom there trying to get it in. In fact, he did get it off the ring. So that's a break for Bucks County. Sure he'll try this hit again. So hard to score in curling when you don't have any rocks on the rings. A little better line on this one. Got a shot at the double here if he hits this top one right. Boom, boom, very nice. Unfortunately, it's going to slide that yellow rock behind guards. But the double was made, and he left his shooter sitting there. I think Mike will get rid of that red rock. Yep. Kind of a no-brainer. Good news for Dan is the rings are open for his draw, relatively open. I think Mike would like to hit and stick right there, or even a little roll to the inside towards the center line would be really good. Either way, I think Dan's going to have to deal with that rock if the shot's made. Big shot here. Utica sitting 1. Pretty much on the nose. Nose hit there from Mike. Leaves Utica sitting 3. Plenty of room to draw here for Dan. Big shot coming though. He does have hammer here in the second end. Don't want to let this game get away from them here against a very good team. Dan Pearson Milwaukee's a knee slider. We've seen him where when he goes to the other end to shoot, I've seen him most of the weekend where he'll slide down and speed the game up a little bit. I wonder why he's not doing that today. Maybe just different vibe. He can probably slide faster than anybody I've ever seen, actually, when he's on that knee slide. Draw attempt here from Dan. Line looks okay. Could be a little on the warm side. Oh, it's toasty. Coming over now, though. It's really starting to buckle. This is going to be a good shot. Got it going out. Got to count this yellow one. Got to keep going, and that's a beautiful curling shot right there. Very nice. Don't know who. Hands up as though it certainly looks like it's shot from my vantage point. And it is. Very nicely thrown from Dan. Dedicated curler is Dan Pearson. When he was a part of our club, he lived in Binghamton, and he was driving from Binghamton, which is probably about 70-something, 80 miles maybe, in the wintertime with a little car like a Veloster, which he still has. A couple of times we had some really bad snowstorms, and I said, you know, I got an extra room in my house, bud. So he stayed in my home a couple times. Really pleasant man to be around. Good guy. We're glad he's doing well in Philly. And Mike's going to go after this rock with a angle raise here. Sort of nothing to lose, I guess, right? Spoil the party after a good draw. It's one thing in curling. You make a great shot and somebody comes down and takes the joy right out of it. It's done all the time. Utica's last stone here in the second end. He's not going to keep his shooter if he makes the shot, but if he makes the shot, he'll be sitting 3, and Dan will have to make a draw against 3. Looks like he's all over it. Oh, this is a great shot. Look at this. Boom, boom. What a nice throw from Mike Kessler. And it just got off the rings. Beautiful shot. Very nicely thrown. Did leave Utica sitting just 2, however. So open draw here for Dan to get his 1. He's got a backer. Very important shot here for Dan Pearson, skip for Bucks County. You just make pretend there's nothing on the rings. Hit the broom, throw the weight you want to throw, and get your score. Line's great. He does have a backer, if he's heavy. It looks like it's all here to my eye. A little more weight than the first one. Coming over nice. And I think it's going to be okay, maybe. Yep, very nice. Very nicely thrown from Dan Pearson to get his 1 here in the second end. Score after 2 is Utica 2, Bucks County 1. Take a little quick look around the shed here on sheet 1, our E-event final. That is between Schenectady 3 and Utica 4. That's Rozanka and Rowlett. It looks like Schenectady took a 2-0 lead, and they're playing the second end. On sheet 2, in our D event final, Utica 1, Golubski, and Burlington 2, Scott. Burlington scored 1 in the first end for a 1-0 lead. Over on sheet 4, our B event final, that is, well, it's Utica 2 and Rochester. Rochester is sort of a Utica team. That's Team Costello. And looks like Rochester took a 1-0 lead. They're also playing the second end. Over on sheet 5, Minnesota and Hamilton Vic. Looks like Hamilton scored 2 in the first end. And over on sheet 6, that's Buffalo and Schenectady 1. And Schenectady got 2 in the first end. I'll keep you posted every couple of ends on those games. Back to our feature. Center guard put up by Cassie. And Michael Draw right around. Hammer here for Utica. Nice looking shot. Looks like it's going to come out the other side. A little toasty. Back 8. Another guard called for here. Hard to steal without guards. Good play to disregard that rock in the back. 8. Nice throw. Looks like a beauty.
That's a great shot.
And that's a very nice shot there from Cassie. Take out attempt here from Liz DiGeronimo. She set her out turnout just a little bit. And I think it's going to sail by. Unfortunate miss there for Liz. Got a little wide sliding out. Now Dan's going to go for the 4-foot circle here behind his red one.
Got 4. Go 4. We can definitely be up to speed.
Big opportunity here for Bucks County to take control of this end if they can get one behind their red stone in the 12-foot. Got a little outside. It's probably going to come right to the backer, which wouldn't be the end of the world, but just too heavy. So it is shot rock. Utica sitting 2 in the back, 8. Mike's not going to chase that rock behind the tee line. Possibility if he hits it on the high side a little bit that there's a possibility of doubling these 2 red rocks off. So he's going to make contact with the guard, and it did. Now Dan Pearson, you want to come away from this sitting 1 and 2. Yep. Shot that Dave just tried here. There's very few times in a curling game where you don't want to sit 1 and 2 with or without hammer. I can name you a few. Up 4, come home with hammer. But it's not very often that sitting 1 and 2 is not a bad thing in curling.
Okay, stay with me now.
This one looks better. It's still a little toasty. A little heavy. May come to the yellow one in the back, and it did. And got the yellow one left. Buck sitting 3. 1 and 2 rocks, however, are behind the tee line. And that's the nemesis rock there for Mike. You want to get rid of that rock. Get everything behind the tee line. Be gravy to take a couple red rocks with it. Used to be blue rocks. We're sporting nice new rocks here in the Utica Curling Club. And it's going to hit something. 1, 2. And still left two rocks for Bucks County in the back 8. You want to throw too high a guard here if you're Dan. You want to give some shelter to these 2 rocks, but if you're too high, Mike can draw. You leave the door open for the 4-foot to be drawn to. Here you want to be right tight to the 4-foot circle here, I think. Full 8, 4-foot. I think either way, if it's in front of the 2 red rocks, Mike is going to run it. I want to sweep this by now and not tick this yellow one over. Okay. Yep. Want to send a yellow rock sailing right between these 2. They'll both go away and the shooter will stick. And once again, Kessler will be sitting 2 again. So it's funny how in the curling game, 1 shot and an end can really change the complexion. Looks right. There it is, right there. Very nicely thrown. The table was set for a double, and Ann made it. Now once again, Mike's back in line for a deuce here. Julie's got to make this this yellow rock go away. Hit and stick. 2 on the table again here for Utica. And shooter went away. For Julie, I'd like to have kept that shooter around. A shot rock. Now Michael split the house here and play for 2. Anywhere in front of this red one will work, as long as it's 1 and 2. Whoops, looks like it reversed handles on her, and it did. Love to get and they're going to get it on the rings, even though it lost the reversed on her. But mission accomplished. It did leave Utica sitting 1 and 2. Tough double here. They're not static, but it's a tough double. A lot of pace, half a rock, slide over. You might get them both. And it could slide behind it too. Oh, it backed up. Oh my goodness. Looked like it was curling and it's flattened right out. So big break there for Utica and Mike Kessler here. You want to sit these rocks 1, 2, 3 apart from each other as you can get. Looked like it was curling and it just flattened right out last 20 feet or so. My vantage point, it looked like he had half a rock halfway down. So this is huge here for Mike Kessler. If you can sit 1, 2, 3. Does have hammer here in the third. Certainly an opportunity to break the game open. They're all joining in the sweep party here. Looks like it's going to be fine. That's just fine. Very nicely thrown. 1, 2, and 3. You can count the yellow rocks touching the paint. A little damage control here for Dan now. Like to keep your shooter if you're Dan Pearson and hope that Mike makes a mistake with his last one. I know in the years that I've played curling, if I'm hoping for my opponent to make a mistake, then I'm playing the wrong game. So big shot here, damage control shot for Dan Pearson. Oh no. Oh, and it just slid by the other one. Double attempt was there. Needed to hit that rock a little bit more, a little fatter. Now Mike basically has an open draw for 3. Big point here. Difference between 4-1 and 5-1. Just got to touch paint here. Certainly looks good. And that's going to be just fine for Mike. Got draw weight pretty well dialed in. Well, it's still sailing though. It's going to hang around for 3. Went to the back 12. I don't think he wanted to go that far, but you know you always have the, when you're just trying to touch paint, you got the whole 6 feet behind the tee line as well. So draw for 3 there to take a 5-1 lead after 3. Take a quick look around what's going on in the other sheets here. On sheet 1, our E-event final, Schenectady 3 and Utica 4 is, Utica 4 has a 3-2 lead. They're playing the, looks like they're playing the third end. Yeah. And on sheet 2, Utica 1 and Burlington 2. In our D event final, it's 1-1 after 2. They're playing the third. On sheet 4, Rochester and Utica 2. Rochester has a 2-0 lead. They're playing they didn't hang the second end. I guess they did. It's 2. They're playing the third end now. It's 2-0 Rochester. My eyes are getting, I'm going to need a little field glasses here. Sheet 5 is Minnesota against Hamilton Victoria. 3-0 Hamilton Victoria right now, and they are playing the third end. Over on sheet 6, Buffalo and Schenectady, it's 3-0 Schenectady over Buffalo. So Bucks County's got some work to do here. They're trailing by 4, playing the fourth end. Utica went right in on the rings with their first shot, and now try and tap it up a little bit. Basically just a draw shot here. Pretty important for Bucks County to score here in this end. Don't want to have this lead stretch out any further than it is. A little split shot. Weight was good, just didn't come over. Dan would love to hit and roll behind his red corner guard there and get himself back in a position for a multiple score. Possibility of the double if he makes it just right too. I'm trying to get that one off the rings, and it didn't spin back in. Tough. Bucks County's having a tough time getting going here after their stunning victory last night in an A semi event. Like a lot of weight. Maybe not. It could split him again. And in fact, it did. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. And Dan's going to freeze to this rock. Just slightly behind the tee line. It looks like it's half behind the tee line and half in front. Left it in a good spot here for Bucks County. Have to freeze right down to this rock. Line looks good. Weight shot. Certainly looks like it's all here. Line's getting better with every turn. Like the corner freeze it. Almost. Good shot. Oh, if it came over another 6 inches, it would have been perfect. Still playable here. Very nice throw there from Dave Yeager. And Mike DeGiorno will try and make this red rock go away. Oh, looks good. Might lose his own too. And in fact it did. They all went away. Fine shot there. Would have liked to have kept his shooter, but nonetheless, cleaned up the house. And now we're back to square one for Dan Pearson trying to get a rock behind a guard here. God, it looks like awful tight ice, doesn't it? That guard's pretty high, so almost not in play. Line's a little tighter than the first one. He's by. Oh, beautiful shot. Oh my goodness, gotta go and gotta beat it up now. You want to outcount the other one. Very nicely thrown there. Two nice stones from Dave Yeager. Very nice. And crafty Mike Kessler will say, not going to leave you guarded up here. Might have the double. Might have the double. Boom. Boom. Nope, it's going to leave the red rock sitting around. So that's a little bit good shot. Almost got the double. Ideally for Dan, I think he'd like to hit and roll and leave his shooter right where his broom is. Just flop to the outside a little bit and leave these rocks almost static so there's no double there for Mike. Fourth end, big deal here for Bucks County, trying to get back into the fray here. Really soft way to take out here. Soft weight, just like hack weight kind of take out here. It's looking good. It's definitely gonna hang around. Very nicely thrown. Unfortunately, it's gonna bunch these rocks up a little bit. And hit the top one right there, and they're both gonna go away. A finesse takeout there. Very nicely thrown. The Brooms drag this one right out. Maybe. Maybe not. Wow. Brooms straightened it out and it stayed right there with that weight. My goodness. Back in the driver's seat now here is Dan Pearson in Bucks County. Just flattened out. Looked like it was coming. They beat it up and they straightened it right out and took the curl right out of it. So big opportunity here for Bucks County. I want to leave a double here. Not sure which one of these rocks is shot rock. It looks like the one on the left is shot. Don't want to punch these up if you're Dan. And leave Mike a chance at a double. I would take this right to the back, personally. Looks like it's getting there on its own. You want to go back with this if you're Dan. And there's a double there. Big shot here for Utica and Mike Kessler. As this end went back and forth as to who was in control. Right now, Bucks County sitting 3. Certainly a chance for a double here for Mike. Little thin double. You could hit it fat and slide right over on top of it too. Would be a great outcome for this shot. He can hit this red rock and slide right over on top of shot rock. That would be a ideal get out of jail card here for Mike Kessler. If he hits it thin, he's got a chance at the double. So big shot here. Bucks County has the hammer here in the fourth end. We are down to skip stones. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Did he flash it? Oh my goodness. Wow, that rock curled a ton. I don't know if he was inside or not where I'm sitting, tough to tell. But Dan Pearson's got a big opportunity here. Might force Mike to a freeze. You put one there, there's still a double on the table. A little bit higher, you leave him the draw. I don't know if I want to leave one up in the 8-foot and force Mike to draw here. Mike's a pretty good draw player. But that's not bad over there. You're still forcing Mike to a freeze. Can't take them all the way. This one's got my brains cooking, folks. I'm trying to figure out a decent, a real good scenario. That's not bad either. I like that. I think I like that where he just pointed his broom, the best of the scenarios. Yep. Yeah, and that'll be a tough double. He'll still have a chance at this double. You hate to, after getting a big end like that, you hate to try and throw a freeze against 4, but that's the game we play. Right. There's not, you got to relinquish some of the options here for Mike Kessler, and you can't take them all away. Don't want to come near your shot rock unless you can split them. That wouldn't be horribly like just split them. Oh, he's coming the other way. Okay, so he changed his mind. Looks like a freeze on his own. It's going to leave Mike a chance to hit and roll. No. No. Not bad. Rock Danja's shot's not going anywhere, I don't think. So a little separate, you know what? There's a little separation there, so he can get these rocks to go bye-bye and flop to the center would be an ideal scenario for Mike. In a little bit of trouble here right now is Utica 5 and Mike Kessler. About a third of a rock with a lot of weight. Both of those stones go away. It'll give him a chance to roll right where he just put his broom. That's about the best he's going to do with this. A little drama here in the 4th end. Dan Pearson still has last rock. Think it over, but don't overthink it. Right there, right where she's pointing her toe. You hit that rock right there, they both go away. You got a good chance of rolling on either one. If it over curls, it could even come to this one, right? So there's a chance of that as well. As Mike DeMeo always says to me when we're curling, the first thing about a hit and roll is the hit. Flashed his first one. Coming with a different turn on this one. Other one came up real hard on him. Threw it well. Coming right to the nose, I think. Coming right to the nose. Wow. And it left Dan Pearson sitting 3. Wow. Basically an open draw for 4. Again, that old saying in curling, all we need to do. I think I'm coming the other way, but he's comfortable coming this way. When you're skipping, you got to throw the shot you want to throw. You just, this is to tie the game right back up. Huge turn of events here in our 4th end and our A final. Big deal here. Dan Pearson, chance to tie the game. Got to be full 8-foot circle. Weight's real nice. Weight's perfect. Weight's absolutely perfect. Fine shot. Maybe, I don't think heavy. No, that's a beautiful curling shot right there from Dan Pearson for 4. So we are tied 5-5 heading on to the 5th end. Quick look around the sheets here. Sheet 1, which is our E-event final, Schenectady 3 and Utica 4. Looks like a 6-2 lead for Utica 4. They're playing the 4th end. Sheet 2, D-event final, Utica 1 and Burlington 2. Burlington is ahead 4-1. They're playing the 3rd end. Over on sheet 4, Rochester and Utica 2. Rochester's ahead 4-0, and they are playing the fourth end. Over on sheet 5, Minnesota and Hamilton Victoria. Hamilton is rolling up a 6-0 lead over Minnesota. And on to sheet 6, Buffalo and Schenectady. Schenectady 4, that's Brewster. And they are in control 4-0 playing the fourth end. Center guard put up nicely there by Cassie. And folks, we got us a tie game. Could only hope for this. You take a sigh of relief, you take a 5-1 lead, all of a sudden a couple missed shots, and Bucks County took advantage of that. So back into a nail biter. Now we're curling. On to the fifth end here. Hammer belongs to Utica. And after a bit of a disastrous fourth end there for Team Kessler. This is a curling game, you know, it's such a mental game too. I mean, you've got to execute and you've got to make your shots, but at the same time, this game has such a way of messing with your mind for those of us who've played with it, played for a long time. It's just one of those games where mentally you really have to hang in there when things go awry for you. Not coming over, just a little heavy. It's going to go right to the back 8. Okay. I think if you're Dan, you still want to draw. Dave Yeager with a chance to get one behind the guards here. Love to outcount that yellow stone behind these two guards. Oh, just rubbed. A little rub there. Wait, was sweet. Little rub. Utica's still sitting 1 in the back 8. Mike's not going to leave that rock there with Hammer. You want to hit and try and beat Bucks County to the 4-foot here behind these guards. Nice takeout for Mike. Didn't get the roll. Left Utica sitting 1 and 2. And draw attempt still open here. Nope, going to hit and roll. Such a difficult thing sometimes to get that, to hit that rock that's sitting there just right with enough momentum to steer it behind the guards. Seems to be at the amateur level one of the hardest shots certainly that there is. You think you got it lined up right, and this is going to roll. I'm not sure how far. Not quite. A little bit too much of the nose there. And we're getting a little closer to the center. Just not curling. Right on the nose. We're creeping ever so closer to the center line with these takeouts. Dan's got to keep playing that game. Get a little daring with a sweep call here and let it come up a little. I don't know. I don't know.
What's the draw?
Oh, this is,
You're a
wow,
little
I
heavy,
don't
let's go,
know.
guys.
In a tie game, I'm not sure. I think I want this yellow rock to go away. You miss here, you put 3 into the equation. Got to make this if you're gonna an aggressive call here from Dan. I don't know. A little light. So this was the danger of this shot. If you don't make this shot, you certainly leave. You leave 3. You put 3 into the equation now, and Mike can come around and attempt the shot that Dan just threw. Right there. So aggressive call from Dan Pearson. Didn't quite work out the way he had attempted. And now a big opportunity here for Mike Kessler to take that lead back that he just gave up. Yes, it is. Every turn, the line's getting better. The weight's perfect. Oh, and this is a money shot from Ann Stolman. This is a money shot. Bucks County is in dire straits right now.
Gotta draw. 3, steal line, top 14.
Trying to draw around. There's a little skinny room to come through there. Even if he corner freezes, shot rock would be an ideal scenario. As much trouble as he's in right now. Definitely trouble brewing here for Bucks. Oh boy, he's jumping out to help. It looks like she pulled the string a little bit here, but no, maybe not. Somebody stay behind and look. It actually has plenty of light. It's going through the house. Oh my. Oh, that's just a big miscue there for Bucks County. Wow. They were beating it up like they thought it was light, and it actually was through the house. Wait.
Want to put it in here?
So, big miscue there.
Put it over here. One coming to here. Through here. Come here, play.
Utica sitting 3. Mike trying to cut one of these paths off to shot rock here. It was just thrown, so probably a good choice of strategies here. Like to set 4. This one just hung out there. It's going to chip that rock over, however. And probably did the same thing that the shot itself would have done. Sitting 4 now is Utica. And Dan Pearson's in a bit of a pickle here, folks. I guess if you can draw back to the shot, that second rock in the back, you take 3 of them out of the picture, right? Got to take a look at that one. This run back's tough. There's a lot of room to draw to this stone in the back 8, which would inevitably take 2 of them out of the picture. 3 of them. Yeah. We have a first winner here on sheet 6. No, sheet 5. Okay. Hamilton Victoria is successful in their bid for the E final, C final. The C final. Congratulations to Hamilton Vic and Skip Danaquin. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you. Tough shot here. He's trying a little angle raise, double. Little damage control shot here. And it looks wide. Oh my goodness, he flashed it. Oh my goodness gracious. So things going from bad to worse here for Bucks County in the 5th end. Again, we're down to skip rocks. Mike Kessler has the hammer here, sitting 4. Now I think you want to close this off, coming to the back, the one in the back. You don't want to leave it where Dan can hit and roll underneath all these yellow ones, but I think ideally you'd like to put this just touching the 8-foot circle, right? I think, no deeper. Just touching the 8-foot circle. Almost static with the one on the other side that's in the 8-foot.
Yeah, good on you, Todd. Yeah, pretty sure.
Hammer belongs to Utica here in the 5th end. Line's great for the shot. Line's real good. I think you want this to touch the rings. And it didn't get there, but did close off that draw path a little bit. Dan's still going to have to come around. There's room to come around here. Again, Utica's sitting 4. If Dan Pearson can draw down to this shot in the back 8, he's going to take 3 rocks out of play. It's a huge shot here for him. The rock on the top of the 4-foot will still be shot rock. However, he'll take the other remaining 3 rocks of Utica out of the picture if he can draw back to this tough shot, though. Tough cookie here. This is where you either love skipping or you don't. If you love it, you want the rock in your hand. If you don't, then find another position, because this is a tough shot. You know, he feasibly could come out of this shot rock as well in a full 4-foot. So looking for another bit of magic that he possessed last evening. He's jumping into the fray here in the sweep with it. If it's by, it's dynamite. He took the curl out of it a little. It's coming over now. Oh my goodness, look at this rock come over now. You got to go hard with this now. Real hard. Really hard. Look at this shot. Look at this shot from Dan Pearson. That is a beautiful curling shot. That shot rock. What a throw. What a money shot there from Dan Pearson. Whew. He made one like that last night to get his team this far. That's called putting your team on your shoulders and saying, I got this. What a shot. Wow. Wow. So if Mike can see any of this rock and he can chip it away and lose his shooter, he still gets 4 out of this. But it's, you can see, looking down the ice, you can see about, it'd be a stretch to say I can see half the rock, but certainly a good third, a good chunk of a third. This is a big shot here. Big swing attempt here. Oh my goodness. Is it by? If it's by, it's money. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, what a shot for 5. Wow, what a great shot. A little smile from Mike Kelsey. Got a smile after that one. Wow. Wow, what a very nice throw. 10-5. Wow. What a great shot. Oh my goodness. Dan Pearson made a phenomenal draw, and Mike came right down and just skinnied by the guard to deflect that shot rock that Dan just threw off the rings to leave Mike sitting 5. On to the 6th end here. We thought this game would be entertaining, folks, and it hasn't disappointed. Stuck around for a biter in the back. Too often in this game, I've lost sleep over shots that I've missed, and that's one that gives you a better night's sleep that you made. A beautiful shot. 2 in a row, no less. Dan Pearson's draw was against the odds to get there, and he got it there, and Mike came up with a gem of a soft weight takeout around guards. It was just a beautiful shot. Well, we've seen big leads go away in this game, so I'm not going to count the chickens yet. And there's a unfortunate miss from Liz DiGeronimo, so you got to cover this one up. Yep, if you're Dan. Guard it up. Looking to guard this rock up. Looks like it's going to overcurl, unfortunately. And Mike will go after this one. And it's on the guard. I think they're going to put this one back. Yep, she stopped it because it was going to go back anyway. Free guard zone not over. Yep, good call here from Dan. Got to give this rock some shelter. He's got to score here. There's still 4 ends remaining. Don't have to get them all back at once, but you got to get them back. After this end, we'll update you on the other scores going around here. Still 4 more games besides our feature going on. Only one final at this point. I don't know if this is going to make it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Just hogged it. That's a bit of a heartbreaker. Dan trying desperately to claw his way back in here, but to no avail. Mike DiGeronimo got a second chance at getting this redstone off the rings. I think he left this one out. Oh my goodness. So he's giving Dan a chance here. A huge swing in the previous end. If Mike doesn't make that shot, the Bucks County's going to steal one. A huge, huge swing. Looks a little better this time. Nice adjustment in weight there, Dave Yeager. Looking good. This is going to give some shelter to his shot rock here, so that's a good throw. That works. The old Christmas tree. Mike will run it. Try to lose them both if he can. And Stolman, cleanup detail. Might have it. Might have it. Yep, very nicely thrown. Dynamite shot. Nice double from Ann. And starting over again here is Dan Pearson. Got guards. I got corner guards up here to get something behind it. Not desperation yet, and not insurmountable, but very, very commanding lead here after a stunning fifth end. It looks a little tight. Thought it was tight ice to begin with, but nope. However, it does give them something to draw to. The draw path's still available. Well, what do you do if you're Mike here? You start peeling red rocks? I think so. Nope, he's going to play guard. Okay. He's sitting 1 and 2. He steals a big bunch here. I would assume that maybe they'll think about walking away. Weight looks good. It's got a curl. Line's getting better for where Mike wanted this one, and that's going to leave Utica sitting 1, 2, and 3. Oh, boy. Almost got a draw here if you're Dan. Got to throw your hands to the wind and drop. Sure, for sure. Got to get something on the rings here if you're Bucks County. Having rocks in play like this, even though they're yellow, is not a bad thing when you're down 5. I have some shots here. Give himself a chance. Line's good. Maybe a little heavy. Maybe a little toasty. Oh, that's just unfortunate. I don't know if that's going to outcount anything. It outcounted 1 rock. Yellow still shot over in the back 8 foot there to our left. Plenty of room to draw here for Mike Kessler. After this end, we'll update the scores around the shed. Draw attempt here from Mike Kessler. Dan Pearson's got the hammer. Sitting second here in the back 12. And that's just too good. That's just too good. Got it behind the tee line. Dan's got to freeze down to this rock and still be in line for 2. Utica sitting 2. 1 just behind the tee line, and this other one on the left, back 8. Certainly not a great scenario for Bucks trying to get back into this game. Our 2023 Marie Cobb mixed bonspiel is winding down, folks, as everybody's been playing since Thursday. Lots of draws, lots of curling, lots of smiles. I gotta believe there's going to be a lot of tired puppies at the end of this one. Everybody got their fair share of curling, a 4-game guarantee. Big draw attempt here from Dan Pearson. It looks like it's over curling home. Oh my goodness. Just can't find it here right now. Big smile from Dan Pearson. Good sport, good guy, great curler. He had a shot. They clawed their way back into it. And then unfortunately they gave up a crooked number in the 5th end. Sometimes in curling, crooked numbers are never easy to come back from, especially if you're playing against a skilled team like this. Mike would like to just cut the rings down here, making it difficult for Dan to score as 1. Looks heavy. It's coming down now, though. Not much you can do with this. You can't slow him down. And he left Dan a chance to at least score as 1. I think if you score here, if you're Dan, you play on, right? There's still 3 ends left after this. Excuse me. The 8 ends? I'm not either.
But it can be a little heavy if you can brush that out. Anything that's like going back one action. Very good.
Hammerstone here in the 6th end. Dan Pearson needs to score. He can cut the lead to 4 with a 1. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my goodness. Just a little light and it curled up on him. Left Utica sitting 1, 2, 3 for sure. And I think this is going to be it. Yeah. So our A final has come to a conclusion here in the 6th end. Team Kessler, Mike Kessler, Ann Stolman, Mike DiGeronimo, and Liz DiGeronimo are the Marie Cobb 2023 A event final champions. Congratulations to them, and congratulations to Bucks County. Dan Pearson, Julie Yeager, Dave Yeager, and Cassie Drogos. They are the runners-up in the event. And the only loss of this weekend coming to the hands of Team Kessler. I'll give you a final look around the shed here, see if I can tidy up some scores for you. On sheet 6, our F event final, that's Buffalo 1 and Schenectady 4. Buffalo got a big end in the 5th end to take a 7-3 lead. over here on sheet 1, that's our D event final. Sorry, sheet 1 is our E event final. Schenectady 3 and Utica 4. Utica 4 is ahead, I believe, 7-2. And on sheet 2, D event, Utica 1, Burlington 2. Close game there. Burlington has a 4-3 lead over Utica 1. And over on sheet 4, that is Utica 2 against Rochester. That would be Team Costello in my world. And they are ahead 5-0. So folks, another Marie Cobb final in the books here. Rest of the game's going on. I'm going to say goodbye for now. Dave Craig Nolan from Utica Curling Club. Enjoy the rest of your day. Wait. Hey, Tim. You want to switch this to 2? Right. All right, we're going to have extended play here, folks. We've got a game on sheet 2, which is our D event final between Team Golubski and Team Scott. Both having lost their A semis last night, put them into this D event. And they are playing the 6th end right now. And Burlington is ahead by 1, 4-3. We're joining the 6th end in progress here. Looks like Burlington is sitting 1. They do have the hammer here. Jeff Germond with a nice double there. We're back for extended coverage here in our D event final. A event final belongs to Team Kessler. They are the Cobb winner this year. Mary Scott throwing here for Burlington. Burlington 2. Just playing guard here. Burlington is sitting 2. They've got the hammer here. Looks like this one's over curling, Hunter. And it did. Decision to make here for Jason Kolupski without hammer. Audrey Foot's second stone of the end. So corner freeze on shot rock here. Probably a good call here. It's tough to get him to curl here with the out turn. Thank you, John. Kind words. Thank you for that. Something I enjoy. Back to my roots. But thanks for the kind words. Looking for a corner freeze is Audrey here to this shot rock. It's a little heavy. Just a little. It's not gonna bury, I don't think. It's gonna be shot rock though. Beautiful T-line weight there from Audrey Foot. You can see the whole rock from my vantage point on the monitor here. Got a little different look at it on sheet 2 than we do from sheet 3. Just nice soft weight here. Hack weight will do it. It won't curl ferociously here. Still riding that 4-foot line. Trying to push it here is Sally, and oh, it just sailed by. Oh my goodness, it just does. It's a hard place to make it curl. You know, didn't overthrow it. It just threw it to the hack the board. Right there, Jason's got a guard for his curling life here today. Kingdom for a guard, as we say in curling. I'd love to steal the end and tie it back up. Down to skip rocks here in the 6th end of our D event final. A event finalists are already up in the warm room having a refreshment. Guard attempt from Jason Kolupski. Skip for Utica 1. I think you want to make sure this is over, guys. Oh my goodness. They watched it a little too long. I don't know if they're going to get it over. Oh no. That's a disaster. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Well, good old game of curling never ceases to amaze me. Oh, yeah. So the door's open here for Andy Scott. Skip for Burlington 2 to lose the... Oh. Sheet 4. That would be our B event final. Team Costello, Rochester 2, are victorious in the B event final. Congratulations. What an honor for a whole family to play together, isn't it? Something else. I don't know that I've ever seen. I've seen that a little bit in curling, but it doesn't happen very often. But congrats to them. Runner-up of the B event would be Team Law. Andy Scott now trying to make this red rock go away. Looks like he's all over it. Pushing. Whoa, my goodness. Jeff slipped, but he stayed upright and he didn't burn the stone. Oh, my, and he left. He left Burlington sitting 4 for sure. Big shot here for Jason Golubski here in the 6th end of our D event final. It's against 4. He does not have hammer here. And this is sort of a game saver here for Jason Golubski. He looked over his shoulder at the scoreboard. I'm not sure that was a good idea, but it's against 4. He's got to get one behind cover on the button here. Tough spot to make a stone curl. Notoriously been a relatively straight piece of real estate in our club. Weight looks okay. Melissa and Eric aren't believing that it needs their help. Oh my God, they left it short. Oh my goodness. They watched it 3/4 of the way down and they left it short. Oh my God. Oh no. You know, the ice gets tricky. When people start to leave the ice, one of the things to remember about a curling game is the ice does have a tendency to frost up and stiffen up. I mean, that rock should have really been on full on the 4-foot circle. Would have been open just the same, but now does Andy get courageous here to try and chip this rock in between and get a bundle? Or does he just run away with his deuce and keep playing? I got to believe he's got to chip this rock in between and just go for it. Got to just hit it on the handle, send it flying through, and he doesn't want to. Mary doesn't want him to come anywhere near that rock. I'd be tempted to try and chip this rock as straight a piece of real estate as it is. I think I'd try to hit this rock right on the handle and send it right in between. Might be a shaker. No, he's playing the safe shot. He's playing the safe shot here. Go the other way and chip this rock out. He's going to go for it. I like this attempt. This is a game shot. Everybody's looking for the game shot here. And this is a shaker. If he makes this shot and sends this red rock in between right through the 4-foot and doesn't hit anything, he sits 4 even if he loses his shooter. So he's going for it. Another crowd-pleasing shot here. I've seen a bunch of them this weekend. I mean, there is a risk to this shot. It's so hard to make a rock over curl here. He could, if it over curls and hits second stone and flops to the 4-foot, he could give up 1. But I like this. It's going game. Woo-wee. Big shot here. This is probably the end of the game or the play-on part of the game. A big swing here. He can just chip this in between these rocks. He gets a pile. No offer from the front. No offer from the front. No offer. Line's getting a little better. Look at this. Boonk. How about that? For 5. For 5. And we are done. What a beautiful curling shot from Andy Scott. Congratulations to Burlington 2, Team of Andy Scott, Mary Scott, Jeff Germond, and Sally Germond, they are the D event winners. Utica 1, Jason Golubsky and his team, that consists of Audrey Foote, Eric Crumman, and Melissa Foote. They are the runners-up in the D event. Very exciting finish. A couple other games still going on. We're going to say goodbye for now. Those we can't broadcast those games on sheet 1 and 6. Those are the only two that are going on. I'll give you an update, however. Buffalo has come back, and they are up 7-6 over Schenectady. Thank you. On sheet 6. And over on sheet 1, Schenectady 3 and Utica 4 are in a relative. After a long weekend of curling and great commentary, Marie Cobb from the Utica Curling Club. I'm Dave Craig Nolan. Hope to be back next weekend. Our 5 and Under Dykes tournament is next weekend. So a lot of good stuff